gentlemen, thank you very much for coming along this morning. Apologies for keeping you waiting. Syria is so important for the world today that the crisis is solved, and it is possible to solve it through peaceful and non-violent means. Because if we solve the crisis of Syria, the Syrian people do it, of course, then it could be a model of how future conflicts will be solved in our world. The fact that for so long military intervention has been used in so many countries, and it has not solved problems, it has rather left countries destroyed. And we know ourselves what happened when Iraq was attacked by NATO forces, and also Afghanistan, what's happening in Afghanistan after 12 years of occupation and many people dead. And also Libya, attacked by NATO, and in a very desperate situation. So it behoves us, the international community, to support those within Syria who are working to find a non-violent solution to the Syrian crisis. We are very pleased to be here with Mother Agnes Miriam, who will be able to convey to you her experiences inside Syria. I had the pleasure of meeting Mother Agnes when she came to visit us in Belfast some time ago and asked us to bring an international delegation to Syria to see what was happening. When our 16-person international delegation, reports of which are on the website, visited, we went to both Lebanon, meeting many people in Lebanon and visiting the refugee camps. Then we went into Syria and we stayed there and met people from right across the whole spectrum inside Syria. I think the most important message that we as international activists took with us was when we asked the Grand Mufti, the patriarchs of Syria, ordinary people. The main message was no outside military intervention. Lift the arms embargo, lift the economic sanctions that are causing so much destruction inside Syria. Support those working for non-violence and reconciliation, like the Musalaha group. Support Geneva Conventions, and we, the people of Syria, can solve our problems ourselves. As a civil community, we hold the responsibility and the right to work for peace, both at a reconciliation level across the community, but also at a political level, because political negotiations are necessary. We met with rebels, and what amazed us inside Syria was, I found something I didn't expect, because the Western press, mainstream media, were not telling this narrative. What I found inside Syria was thousands of foreign fighters from all over the world, some 80 countries, inside Syria, well armed, well trained, with plenty of money, killing people, murdering people, inside Syria with their own agenda to bring down the Syrian government. This is a proxy war going on inside Syria, a means by people with vested interests from outside Syria to destroy the country, to have it split up and have it occupied and have it destroyed. So we have to understand this narrative, because the story that is being told is untruthful. We know there were attempts by forces, by putting out proxy videos, to get the Western world feel very angry and feel that they had to interfere to save the children. This is a propaganda information war being waged by people who want military intervention, who want the Allied forces in the West to go into Syria for their own interests. Syria has oil, Lebanon has oil. As one of the religious leaders said to us in Syria, tell the West if they want their oil, we will negotiate a price. They don't have to destroy our country. So we know there are regional interests there. When we were in Syria, Israel twice bombed Syria when we were there, and there was no word about it. This is not about Syria as much as it is also about Iran and the power of the Middle East. So we have to recognize it is so deeply complicated. It's not a black and white situation. The world never is. And I implore the media to tell the truth and the real narrative of what is happening inside Syria. We know that the alternative media are telling the truth and trying to inform us so that we take right decisions. Jihadists inside Syria are being equipped by Saudi Arabia and Qatar. And we know that Western governments, such as the UK and America, are also helping in this process. So we have to very clearly say, no arms into Syria. The Syrian people are smart, intelligent, brave, courageous, good people, struggling to save their country from being destroyed as Iraq, Libya and Afghanistan have been invaded and almost destroyed. So let us say no to the agenda that is for war, for occupation, for economic sanctions that destroy the people. I believe the only way we can go forward is building, helping and encouraging, supporting the Syrians, like Mother Agnes, who works inside Syria, though she's not Syrian herself, to solve their problem through dialogue, through negotiation, and to elect whom they wish to elect, both as their elected representatives and as their president, whoever they wish. No Western government has a right to go in and carry out regime change. That is against the law and international law. So upholding international law through the United Nations and seeing that international law, human rights, peaceful process take place in Syria. And also, let us see new opportunities awakening in the Middle East. Let's think, wouldn't it really be good now if we can encourage the hand of friendship that's coming from Iran? And sanctions should be lifted on Iran. Lift the sanctions. Put out the hand of friendship. Let's talk about how the Middle East is demilitarized with no nuclear weapons. And so too for Israel. Israel should demolish its chemical weapons and its nuclear weapon and be part of the Middle East process of demilitarization. That's possible, so that there is a regionalization there of states built like you have in Europe through economic cooperation and friendship. So today is an opportunity of great possibilities for the Middle East, for the Israeli Palestinians, for the Iranians, and for the Syrian people. I think it can be done, it is possible. And thank you very much as members of the press for coming along to our press conference. Mother is going to address you and then we'll take some questions. Thank you very much.